All right, so y'all would not believe this unless I showed it to you, but I have a self-driving car. Like literally, look, I'm not touching anything. The car is driving all by itself. Stick around and I'll show you how I did it. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Smitty, and if you're new here, we do truck, travel, and other thing videos. This video is going to be a little different. Follow all safety procedures of the manufacturer and of the road. Without further ado, I'm gonna show you how I did it. All right, in my 2021 RAV4, you have buttons like this, you have buttons like that, and you have buttons like that. Those are the three things that you can technically have a self-driving car. This one right here is adaptive cruise control and just regular cruise control. You just gotta hold it down a little bit longer. See, if you press it once, it'll say radar cruise active, which means that the camera's turned on and they're ready for you. Press it again, it'll turn it off. If you press and hold it, it'll just go to your standard cruise control. This button right here is just the distance between the car it wants to activate it. It's like 160 feet, 130 feet, and 100 feet. So if you turn on adaptive cruise control, you see how it turns on up there. If you press this button, you'll see 3 bars. You press it again, 2 bars. You press it again, 1 bar. That 1 bar is 100 feet, 3 bars 160 feet, and that one's 130 feet. But I think 2 is perfect. When there's 3, it'll start slowing down when the car's like way up there. 2 is, you'll get in the proximity of another car, but you won't feel like you gotta hit the brakes. And then 1 is like, good God, hit the brakes, hit the brakes, hit the brakes. Let me turn that off. This one right here is lane keep assist. That allows your car to stay in the lane for you, which you have to input some type of feedback to the steering wheel to let it know you're still holding the steering wheel, because you have to hold the steering wheel per manufacturer specifications. And how I get all these features to work without me inputting any input in the steering wheel, so that way I can just sit back and let the car drive itself on the highway, I should say, is with this little rubber band. It's actually called a boot blouse for the military. Put it around your boot and you tuck your pants into it, so you have a clean and neat appearance. All I do is take it, put it through this bottom loop of the steering wheel, and I loop it around the blinker, just like that. That way, every time the car is trying to stay in the lanes, it'll feel the tension of the rubber band and it'll think I'm holding the steering wheel. I recommend don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some of the features of this car in 2 different ways. So I'm going to show you how most users will use this feature, and then I'll show you the self-driving car way that I use a rubber band to achieve this. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I set it. So how you set it is there's a button right here for the adaptive cruise control and cruise control. Just press it once if you want adaptive cruise control, if you hold it down if you want the actual cruise control. But we're going to go with adaptive cruise control for the self-driving feature. After you see that little icon up there saying it's ready, please pay attention to the cars in front of you, press set, just like you would any cruise control, and then set your distance. So right now it's set to 2, so that's 130 feet. So 3 is 160, 2 is 130, and 1 is 100, I think. Don't quote me on that, look at your owner's manual. The next thing you want to do is set the lane keep assist. You'll press that, you'll see 2 white lines pop up on the screen, and then there's 2 blue lines on the outside of those white lines to let you know the camera sees the lane and it's tracking the road. If you don't see those 2 blue lines, it means the camera can't see the lane and it can't keep you in the lane. All right, now that it's all set, I'm gonna let go of the steering wheel and I'm gonna show you the warnings that you get if you're not holding the steering wheel. So it's gonna track the lane, it's gonna keep me in the lane. That's what it's doing right now. I think it's 6 to 8 seconds. The computer recognizes that I'm not touching the steering wheel and it's going to tell me to put my hands back on the wheel. So all you got to do is like basically just touch it just a little bit and it resets. and then in another 6 to 8 seconds, it'll kick back on, saying, hey, I need you to put your hands back on the steering wheel and pay attention. As you can see, I'm not touching it. It's telling me to put my hands back on the steering wheel, so I just nudge it just a little bit. It resets. Well, don't worry about the low fuel. I'm about to stop in a minute. As you can see, it's turning all by itself. And then after I get some fuel, I'll show you the self-driving feature. Alright, so now that I got some gas, I'm going to go ahead and show you my self-driving car. Again, disclaimer, this is entertainment purposes only. Do this at your own risk. But all you got to do is, same steps as before, just set it like you would before. Set the adaptive cruise control, I'm going to set it for 73 miles per hour. I'm going to set my distance to 130 feet. And I'm going to set the lane keep assist. As soon as you see the lines turn blue, I'm going to let go of the steering wheel. As you can see, I am not touching the gas or the steering wheel. See, there's a gap between my knee and the steering wheel. And there's no messages coming up on the dashboard. When it's windy outside, it does kind of sway a little bit. But I've rode around like this for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I've never had to touch the steering wheel. Except when the lines are kind of blurry, like the car can't see the line. So it starts to beep saying, hey, I can't see the line. I need you to grab the steering wheel. Yeah, there's a car in front of me. You'll see it starting to slow down. See, I got it set to 73. It's at 69, 68. Because the car in front of me is slowing down. 67. But as soon as I'm gonna turn the blinker on, it's gonna turn the left blue line off to let me know that I can get over. As soon as I turn, it speeds back up. And I turn the blinker off. It sees the line, and now the adaptive control's back on. So again, do this at your own risk. I maintain alertness while I'm doing this.